Bryce today?
Well, the picture that I sent you with me in bed with no shirt on,
Mm-hmm.
he wanted to discuss that. I said, "What's there to discuss?" I said, "I didn't show any of my private parts." I said, "I showed my upper part." I said, "There's nothing wrong with that."
So is he looking at everything we're saying to each other?
Well, I think they see everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So
whatever is on my screen. Well, I found out basically what the problem is, because he wants me to have a healthy relationship, and he sees that I've been having all this stuff to do with these people from the Church of God, and even though Jamie didn't have anything to do with the Church of God, but she knew the other people that were involved in that, and there's them, and then there's you that had to do with this thing.
yeah.
So it's like he's connecting all that and thinking that because I'm having to do something to do with all these people, that I'm not having something healthy. And I told him, I said, Bryce, I said, she's 36 years old now. I said she's not playing. I said, I can't blame her for what I did wrong. And I said, I can't. Well, then I told him about Chris Hansen, about Chris emailing me. I told him, I said, I asked, I told Chris that if he talked to Casey, and then to give her my emails so that I can apologize to her. And he said that's probably not even Chris Hansen, and that's probably not even the real Casey Morrow. I said, well, Bryce, I got their IDs. I said, I won't talk to anybody anymore without their IDs, so that way I know that it's them that I'm talking to, because of what happened before with Winnie pretending to be you. And actually that idea came from my other probation officer. What the hell is her name? The one I didn't like Maria.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that idea came from her. And so as soon as I told him that I had your ID and I had Chris's ID, he didn't know what to say then, except for I think that Chris has a felony. And I told him, I said, yeah, that's what Bryce said to me. And I said, I don't think it's a felony. I think it's a misdemeanor because of his check thing.
Mm-hmm.
His bouncing the checks, writing bad checks. I told him, I said, I think it's a misdemeanor. He said, you hold on a minute, and I'll look it up on Google. And he said he looked it up on Google right then, and it said that it was a felony. Well, whether it really is or not, I don't know. He could just be saying that, but it doesn't seem to me like it's a felony.
So that means you can't talk to him?
Yeah, that means I can't talk to Chris.
Oh, wow.
So, which is fine. Yeah, which is fine because I don't want to talk to Chris anyway. But that's basically what Bryce's problem is because he wants to see me in a healthy relationship. And I told him, I said, Bryce, my crime has to do with minors. I said, I don't understand what's going on with you having a problem with me talking to people that are of age, because all I've done is talk to people that are of age. He said that, well, he understands that my crime is with minors, but part of probation and classes job is to see that I have healthy relationships. And I don't know what the hell that has to do with what my charge is, but that's what the discussion with him today was about. That, and he wanted to know about my job.
He doesn't want you talking to me though.
No, they haven't wanted me to talk to anybody from the internet. Well, since since I went on YouTube and found out all that crap about Church of God.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't wanted
So is your lawyer getting you out of class still?
He's trying to, yes. I told him that I wanted out of class because
How's he trying?
that's not a reason. I don't know what he's doing, but well,
You don't even know.
there was one thing that he said to me that made complete sense. Is that he's gonna ask them if I seem like I'm a threat to the public, which is the whole reason of being in the class and on probation. And it's obvious what their answer is going to be because they know I'm not a threat to the public.
Well, what if they
So
say you are?
Well, then they'll have to prove it. And how are they going to prove that when I haven't done anything wrong other than them incarcerating me for drinking beer? Then I haven't drank beer for, well, it's been 2 years. 2 years since August, since July 7th. So 2 years and what's this? November, August, September, October, November. So 2 years and 3 months I haven't had anything to drink.
Wow.
I've wanted to have a beer. But I'm like, no, because it'll bite me in the ass if I do. So,
one? What happens if you have one?
Well, if I have one and they bring it up on the lie detector test, and it comes up that I lie, even though I don't believe in the lie detector test at all. But if it does, then I have a guilty conscience of it. Then I'm not gonna lie about it because it would have been true.
Mm-hmm. How often do they give you those?
Used to be once a year. Now it's once every 6 months. So why they changed that? I don't know why they changed that.
You haven't failed any of them or anything?
Oh yeah, I failed them. That's why I don't believe in them. I'd actually tell them the truth. Oh yeah, because I'd tell them the truth, and I knew it was the truth. And they came up that I failed, and I'm like, there ain't no fucking way that I could have failed that. I failed it a couple of times. And that's why it doesn't make any sense to me. But that's why they can't use it in court. Because you can.
When's your next one?
My next one is actually December 7th. I actually didn't. I think I told you, didn't I?
No.
Maybe I didn't tell you. I think it was last week that she called me.
What did you fail your last ones for?
They asked if I had seen any images of any nude images of minors, and I told them no. And that's the one that really pissed me off because I knew I hadn't. They said that I failed that. But what happened? Well, see, I haven't seen any. I haven't seen any in years. I mean, since.
In years.
Yeah, well, since images of. Well, it was actually. They're actually real because it was back when I used to watch my nieces and nephews and all them. That's the last time I ever seen
what?
The last time I ever seen a kid naked was back when I used to live with my nieces and nephew. I used to have them all the time. That was way back almost 20 years ago, or over 20 years ago. That's the last time I've ever seen a kid naked.
Mhm.
So
you said it's been years.
For them, it's been years, years. Yeah, yeah. So, but I've gotten sick in the class before, or after being in the class. How old are they now?
Were they?
Then they were. Oh, Christ, I've seen them naked ever since they were a baby, right up to I don't know, 9 or 10. So when they were 10, well, see, Darren was 11, Leanne was 10, Amanda was 8 or 9. But that's when I used to have them all the time. I used to have them. I used to watch them like 80% of the time because the mother had depression, and my brother was back here. So it's like I'm the only one that ever did anything with them.
Mhm.
So, but the girls had their own. I had a 2-bedroom apartment. I had my bedroom, and the girls had their bedroom, and Darren slept on the couch. But that was the last time I ever seen a kid naked.
Why were they naked?
Because they'd take a shower. Because I'd
Oh.
take them to the pool. I'd take them to the pool too. They'd come back and take a shower after they get in the pool, and then they have to take a shower in the mornings.
And you had to like bathe them or something?
No, I didn't bathe them. They bathed themselves. But the girls would, well, the girls and Darren, when they were really little, they'd take baths, and they didn't want to take showers. They wanted to take baths. So Laura always told me let them take a bath instead of a shower. So right until I don't know, until they were probably, well, Darren was probably around 8 when he started taking a shower, started wanting to take a shower. Then after he did, Leanne and Amanda started wanting to take a shower. That made me a little nervous because didn't have anything sticking to the bottom of the tub to make sure they didn't fall. So I
Oh.
had to go out and get some of that stuff. I had to go out and get some, there's some little flowers and ducks and stuff that I put on the adhesive things to make sure they didn't fall in the shower.
Mhm.
So I was overprotective of them. I was very much overprotective of them. I was if they go out and play on the playground. Well, when I lived with Paul and Laura at their apartment, the playground was right outside of the apartment, and we lived on the second floor. We had a balcony out there. Well, the kids wanted to go out there and play, and then there'd wind up being all kinds of kids out there. Well, say all kinds. There's probably actually maybe 10 kids out there. But Darren, Lee, and Amanda were out there. If they'd go out there and play, I'd go sit on the patio, sit there and watch them to make sure nothing happened to them.